Gotta get that trusty old mic on here, you know? Okay, everything's looking pretty good. So I am back to playing Prefire. This is a format that includes all cards that were made before the fire design philosophy took over Magic the Gathering, which means that this format is essentially a snapshot of Modern before War of the Spark got printed. So it still has all of the Eldrazi from Oath of the Gatewatch, and Eye of Ugin is banned, of course. It's got Kaladesh in it, but it doesn't have War of the Spark and Karn the Great Creator and all of the nonsense that followed, things like Master sets and Horizon sets. The new standard sets are not involved in this format at all. So this means we get to play a bunch of classic Modern decks. I am playing a version of Lantern Control that has Sensei's Divining Top in it, because for some reason, Sensei's Divining Top is legal in this format. I don't know why it's legal in this format. It's banned everywhere else, basically. You can only play it in Vintage. But it's legal to play in Prefire, and let me tell you, it's really good in Lantern Control specifically. Just gotta make sure to make your plays quickly so that top doesn't get banned out of the format. But yeah, I'm having a great time playing this deck. We've got, you know, Whir of Invention, which was the new hotness at the time that War of the Spark had come out. Whir is just really good at finding the cards that you need. That's why I'm only playing 3 Ensnaring Bridge, only 3 Lanterns, only 5 Mill Rocks. And the mono's really solid in this deck too. Got a bunch of old classics, things like Dark Slick Shores. I got a couple of Glimmer Voids in here. River of Tears is in here. We've got Mox Opals, and of course the Fetch Shock Mana Base, which is a hallmark of the newer Lantern Control decks. But we backported it to Prefire. I am having a lot of fun playing this in Prefire. It's just a little bit difficult to get into games because people are still, you know, joining the format and stuff. So it's not like there's someone available to play a game all the time like there is when you're playing Modern. So it is going to take me a little bit to get an actual game started. I'm going to put the league on, I'm going to put the stream on pause until I can figure that out. But yeah, I will be back once I get a game started for you. So I am still waiting for someone to be available for a match of Prefire. In the meantime, there are other community-made formats that we can be watching right now. So I have started spectating a pre-modern league. So pre-modern includes all of the cards from 4th edition through Scourge, I believe. So everything before the modern format started with 8th edition. And unfortunately, Lantern of Insight is not legal in this format. So we cannot play Lantern of Insight in this format. But you know what is legal in this format? Phyrexian Dreadnought and Stifle are legal in this format. And also legal in this format is, what's that card? I'm really trying to think of the name of it. Solitary Confinement. There we go. Solitary Confinement and Enchantress's Presence are both legal in this format. So I might just play a Enchantress deck in this format instead. But here we saw somebody get turn 4 combo killed by an opponent who had Phyrexian Dreadnought and Stifle. So, you know, you just stifle the Dreadnought and you win. Looks like this person was playing some sort of Cursed Scroll deck, some sort of aggro black deck. Phyrexian Dreadnought does not really care about that. Let me see if I can get something else started here. Just to have something to do while we wait for a match, you know? All right, so it looks like we have got another person who is playing some sort of... Oh, this is not the same. Oh, Cat. Hello. Yes, Cat. Yes, say hi to all of the folks, Cat. It's Cat. 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 Cat is being Cat. Yes. Yes, she likes being pet. So it looks like we've got somebody playing some sort of Threshold deck, maybe? Some sort of discard deck. They've got Circular Logic in their graveyard. Oh, and people keep just winning games quickly. What on earth is this nonsense? Dude, if the format's going to be like this, that's not going to be fun. Okay. Back to our original game, which was mono black stuff against this Stifle Knot deck. Looks like the Stifle Knot player is getting duressed. They have in their hand Flash of Insight. So look at the top X cards of your library. Put one into your hand and the rest on the bottom. Okay, that's great. Ow, 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 ow. Cat, what is this? You hear him? He's purring. Oh. Okay, 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 okay. This is too much. This is too much. This is too much. You can just settle down on my lap and be nice. You don't have to climb on my shoulder. They've got Parallax Tide in their deck, huh? That's really interesting. So it looks like, in addition to being a Stifle Knot deck, the blue player here is playing Parallax Tide and is going to attempt to exile their opponent's lands. Yes, sir, you're very needy, sir. Boy, he's so needy. Okay, what else is going on here? Cabal Therapy was cast by Yisu. They probably named that Chain of Vapor, if I had to guess. And they're actually swinging in for a decent chunk of damage. We've got Hypnotic Spectre, which has hit their Mike's hand again. Oh, and they're just cycling Flash of Insight. Okay, that's fine, I guess. You really want to be casting this for its flashback cost. Mike is up to 4 lands. They don't have any board presence right now. And Yisu's got the Mishra's Factory and the Hypnotic Spectre. So they've got 4 power worth of stuff in play. Oh, but wow. Yeah, Mike just dropped Parallax Tide. It's got 2 counters on it. Let's see what they do to make it so that these lands don't come into play again here in another couple of turns. Maybe that's not even going to be relevant. Maybe it just doesn't matter. These lands are going to be gone for another 2 turns or so. Is Mike going to be able to come back from behind? They're not even that far behind, honestly. They're casting flashback. They're flashing back Flash of Insight. So that is look at the top 2 now instead of just look at the top 1. And we've got Powder Keg, which, you know, there's no Ratchet Bomb or Karn Silex or Filigree Silex or anything like that in this format. So you've got to play cards like Powder Keg. Notably, Powder Keg can hit a creature that is a land if you keep it on 0. So if the opponent had this Mishra's Factory and they activated it, then a Powder Keg on 0 would be able to handle it. All right, we've got a new Parallax Tide in play. You know, Yisu's Hypnotic Spectre still has not been answered. Mike is falling down to 10 here. They need some way, Mike needs some way to either answer this Hypnotic Spectre or, you know, just win somehow. But with only 1 card in hand right now, that's not looking particularly likely. I guess their plan is just to tick this Powder Keg all the way up to 3 and then pop it. But Yisu's still got 5 cards in hand. Surely they can mount some other sort of pressure, right? Cat, not on my keyboard. Not on my keyboard. Not on my keyboard. Thank you. Cat. Like that? That's how you want to do this? Okay. All right, Mike has done some digging here. But still, that Hypnotic Spectre remains in play. Still, Yisu has 5 cards in hand. Parallax Tide will buy Mike a little bit more time against top-decked threats from Yisu or cards that are holding in hand or something like that. But this isn't... Ow! Come on, cat. But this isn't actually winning the game. They could put Powder Keg onto 4 and blow up their own Parallax Tide. That would be very funny. Nope, they're just popping Powder Keg right now. Only 2 cards in hand from them. This Parallax Tide has no counters on it. Yisu's going to be getting back all their lands next turn. All right, and here we go. Ball Therapy from Yisu is going to get counterspelled. Doesn't matter. Well, their second play is also getting counterspelled, and now they're just going to activate Mishra's Factory and continue beating down for 2. It really seems like Mike just doesn't have an answer to this. This is quite possibly the least interesting game. Oh, geez, if games of pre-modern are going to look like this, I'm not sure how much of a part I want to have in them. Once again, just getting beat down for 2. Yisu has Dark Ritualed out of Phyrexian Arena here. I just am not sure. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, Mike found the combo. Phyrexian Dreadnought comboed with Vision Charm instead this time, which phases out an artifact. Not sure how much that is going to matter. If Mike attacks with that Phyrexian Dreadnought without answering this Mistress Factory, then they're just dead. Oh, geez, Vendetta on the Dreadnought. Phasing out that Dreadnought again to protect it from that removal spell. But, you know, once again, Mistress Factory just kind of went all the way this game. First, it was the Hypnotic Spectre that did a lot of damage, and then Mistress Factory just kind of took over. It is turn 12, mind you. Turn 12. That is just, jeez. And we are still, unfortunately, waiting for folks to join the game that I've got set up. Not sure how long that's going to take. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I would want to build some sort of controlling deck in this format. Like, I could probably build something around solitary confinement here. I'm not sure how good that would be, and I'm not sure if anyone else has tried something like that before. When you're facing decks that can just drop, you know, a Dreadnought on turn 2 and kill you over the course of 2 turns with it, I guess solitary confinement might be fast enough. I don't think you have access to tools like On Thin Ice and Seam Rip and stuff to really kind of slow down that assault, though. You kind of just got to get the combo going. Hey, good morning, Dan. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. There's not really much going on right now. I am still waiting for somebody to join my Prefire League, or my Prefire room. No one wants to play Prefire right now. Literally not a single person in the world wants to play Prefire right now. And this is my streaming time. So if it doesn't happen now, it just doesn't happen. Like, I don't have the ability to really, like, record off camera just because of how timings work. Otherwise, I might have been filming this at random times, you know? So we kind of just got to wait for it to happen. In the meantime, I'm watching a pre-modern game. And we're going to see if pre-modern is a decent format, one that I might want to play. So far, not much has happened. Yisu was able to fire off a duress against Mike, took their powder keg. Yeah, it does feel bad. It feels pretty bad. None of this is going to make it into the video. Just kind of streaming to stream right now. Which is a shame because Prefire is really fun, and I love playing Sensei's Divining Top in it. But, you know, if no one's going to play, then no one's going to play. So it looks like we're watching 2 kind of control decks play against each other. You know, Ravenous Rats is a good card in pre-modern, I suppose. So, Counterspell's legal, so you may as well fire it off. Notably, Brainstorm and Force of Will are not legal in this format. So can't play those. But yeah, the format's a lot of fun. It seems like it's great. Like, geez, playing Sensei's Divining Top in Lantern, you get to see all these classic modern decks. I played against Eldrazi Taxes. I haven't played against Eldrazi Taxes in many, many years at this point. But you know, you gotta actually have people who want to play the format, and there are people who play the format that are not playing right now. I've got one person who says they might be able to play in half an hour, maybe. So we might be able to get an actual game in. But we'll have to see. Like last week, I was able to line up 4 games right in a row, 4 matches right in a row. And that was nice. It's just not working out this week. All right, here we go. Turn 4, Dreadnought into a Vision Charm. Just phase it out. And Yisu's under the gun now. There's no Fatal Push in this format. You can't Fatal Push it. Vendetta is something that Yisu has in their deck. We saw that in the last game. You know, you can play Foil, which is kind of like Force of Will, except way worse. It looks like they've been keeping Foil up this entire time. Yeah, just discard that. Just discard that. And here we go. Vendetta. Mike decided to fizzle the Vendetta with a Chain of Vapor. And this does give Yisu the runway to start dealing damage with this Mistress Factory. 1 attack at a time. Or Yisu can just F6 through their entire turn and pass it right back. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wipe order a card. So I've been working on this, and you know what? I'm actually gonna do this. So I've been working on this for a little bit of time. I'm gonna show you some of the cards that I've been working on. I'm getting ready to play Modern in person. As a little bit of a spoiler, I'm going to be going to Boar's Hat Gaming in Elgin to play some Modern, and I've been preparing an in-person deck in order to do that. Oh, looks like somebody's actually responding here. Wow, we actually have one. We have a hit. But what I've been doing in preparation for this is I've been whiteboarding all of my cards. Oh, I don't have the, here, give me a second. There we go. So I think some of these look absolutely beautiful. Like, take a look at this guy. Oh, let me actually take it out of the sleeve. This guy is one of my prized possessions. It is a Piss Foil Swamp that I have stripped the piss border off of to leave a nice foil covering for it. I've actually done that with all of my basic lands. They're all stripped. I worked on this guy a little bit. This is a ensnaring bridge, one of the nice Lord of the Ring ones. Stripped all of the border off of this one, even stripped the tag off of it, the stamp. Yeah, let me see if I can pull out some more stuff. A long time ago, I went to the Mox boarding house in Seattle, and I met the professor there from Tolarian Community College. We had a nice conversation about being respectful of other people's decks and what they like to play. And we had a great conversation about that. And then I asked him to sign my Lantern of Insight, which I have whiteboarded, of course. And his demeanor changed a little bit after I asked him to sign this. And, well, I guess everybody has their vices, don't they? So this is a one-of-a-kind thing. This is a Lantern of Insight signed by Brian from, Professor Brian from Tolarian Community College that is whiteboarded. Guarantee you nobody has anything like that. And I've got a ton of stuff in here that's whiteboarded. Here's a whiteboarded Theros Thoughtseize. Here we go. That looks great. I have whiteboarded Urza Sagas before Mystery Booster 2 came out. So I had to do these myself. And you'll notice that this is the sketch version as well, so it looks even worse. I just randomly found a Lord of the Rings foil swamp. I don't know where I got this, but I whiteboarded that too. And of course, I'm going to be whitebordering all of my fetches, my shocklands. Raucous Theater. Whiteboarded Raucous Theater. That's money down the drain. I can't sell that. I have a playset of Bloodstained Myers in this deck. All whiteboarded. That's money down the drain. It's great. I'm going to be whitebordering basically this entire deck. And hopefully really triggering some of the old guard. Just wait until I finally buy that Dan Frazier Secret Lair Retro Border Mox Opal, and then I whiteboarder that. That's gonna be gross. Anyway, we are getting started. So no, want that one. Fantastic. It took a little bit of time to get here, but I am finally on the play in match 1 versus Nameless 93. Oh, well, okay. They conceded the match. I'm going to see if I can get that back up or something. Okay, that can close. Ah, geez, hang on. Well, I don't know what happened with that, but we had somebody in the room and then they left. I don't know why. So maybe they'll be back, maybe they won't. I think so I'm again like talking to y'all about this. I'm not going to be putting any of this in the video, but I think that I am going to make my way to SCG Con in Milwaukee because it is only a 2-hour drive from where I live. And I really want to go to a big Magic event. So I have prepared all of the necessary materials in order to be able to white border cards on the go. Which means if you want me to sign one of your cards and you're at SCG Milwaukee, then instead of signing your card, I will simply white border it. I don't have a technique to get around the filigree surrounding the name on legendary cards yet. That seems like it's very complicated. But for simple stuff, you know, I've got it figured out. I'm going to pull up one of those Bloodstained Myers in a little more detail here. So, you know, I'm not like, it's not 100% perfect, but it's pretty decent. Oh, we're getting started. Okay, maybe I'll just do that instead, huh? I'll fix that a little bit. Give me a second, just talking with my opponent here. Oh, wait, no. This is the person that we met in here. So we're going to be doing casual, no league this time. I am on the draw in match 1 versus 𝗟𝗓𝗩𝗘. 𝗟𝗓𝗩𝗘. Cosmic Penne. What does this hand do? This hand casts Sensei's Divining Top, which is always nice to see. It also has 3 lands in it, and it has Whir of Invention. The Thoughtseize really helps out too. This hand has quite a lot going for it. I think I'm going to keep. Now, in this format, turn 1 Thoughtseize is not as important as it is in current Modern. Because people usually don't fire off incredibly strong BS on turn 1. Oh, my opponent is playing Tron. This is not good news. For those keeping track at home, I believe I may have already lost this game. So the problem with Tron is that they have an incredible consistency with their deck. They've got the Ancient Stirrings that helps them to dig for things. And their threats are all just absolute game enders. And they all need Pithing Needles instead of Ensnaring Bridges. And this deck only plays 2 Pithing Needles. So I will need to take out Karn. I will need to take out, I believe there was an Ugin that was legal in this at this time. And Worldbreaker was also legal. It's just, it's going to be rough. It's going to be really rough. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play out Lantern of Insight now, because I have this Mox Opal in my hand. And then I can decide if I want to be fetching with this Bloodstained Mire or not. I think I do, actually. Which means I'm going to be seizing off the Opal, and then, like, next turn I can grab, like, a Shockland or something. Yeah, see, like, what do I do about this hand? So, Ulamog is going to come down and wreck me. Oblivion Stone is going to come down and wreck me. Wormcoil Engine is going to come down and not wreck me as hard, but it still needs a pretty much immediate answer. Oh, and they still have Ancient Stirrings that can find threats. So that's just an incredible amount of consistency from the opponent. And they're about to, you know, have Tron. So I'm going to take this turn, and I'm going to spin with top and try to find something, I guess. Power plant is in hand, mine is in hand. And you know, I actually might be able to recover this. So I would have to... Yeah, they played out their Oblivion Stone and they played out their power plant. So what I would need to do is I would need to actually draw this Inquisition of 𝗟𝗩𝗘 and use that to take Ancient Stirrings. And then next... And then I can also Whir of Invention for X equals 1. And grab Pithing Needle for Oblivion Stone, and then just try to dig myself into an answer for their other stuff. So this will have to be shocked in. I'm going to cast Inquisition off the River of Tears. I'm going to take that Ancient Stirrings. And then I am going to activate Bloodstained Mire. I will find a Watery Grave, also shock that in, and then I'm going to Whir for 1. I'm just going to do this now. Let's go ahead and tap this. And I'm going to grab Pithing Needle for Oblivion Stone. They have one on top of their deck too, which is really fortunate. Wow, and a third one on top of their deck. All right. Yeah, there you go. So this buys me a ton of time. Go ahead and spin top off of the breeding pool, I think. And I didn't find much, unfortunately. I'm going to take Brutality, Darkslick Shores, Mishra's Bauble in that order. I'm going to draw here. I'm just going to cast my stuff out. The fact that my opponent had 2 dead draws on top of their deck in a row really makes this a lot easier for me. But I am in desperate need of mill procs right now. See, there's an Ulamog. That needs to go. They're holding that last Oblivion Stone in hand. And I will spin top again, desperately trying to dig myself into a mill rock. I didn't find one. Okay, well, I'm going to take a Darkslick Shores here. That unfortunately does have to enter tapped, and I'm going to spin again. Maybe being less optimal with my spins than I should be. All right, let's go ahead and draw that Lantern. And I'm gonna have to make them shuffle. That's an Urza's power plant. That's fantastic. Okay, so my opponent is not under control, really. Probably should be popping these baubles immediately, but it's probably not that big of a deal. Okay. Oh, geez, I'm getting super lucky here. So incredibly lucky. It's not even funny. Inquisition of 𝗟𝗩𝗘, I will take. Let's go ahead and spin top. Gonna use the River of Tears to do that. Okay, that's a Whir of Invention. That's fantastic. So I can draw that pretty much whenever I need to. I'm going to try and hold it on top of my deck, but if I see a bad card underneath of this power plant, I am going to be popping one of my tops and drawing that whir and casting it immediately. Probably going to grab a Pyxis because they're likely playing World Breakers in this list. I will tell you that I remember playing this matchup, and that this is a like 98-2 matchup. We're just in the 2% right now. I don't need to spin top again, do I? No, I don't. I am going to take a risk with this worm coil. I'm going to just grab this pithing needle, grab this Whir of Invention. And I'm just gonna hold. I'm gonna hold for a little bit. Yeah, here we go. So that Walking Ballista needs to go. I don't believe that I pop my Sensei's Divining Top to just draw a Pithing Needle, though. I am going to do this for x equals 1. And I'm going to grab Pyxis of Pandemonium. I know that I'm facing down this Worm Coil engine. I need to be aware of the top of their deck here. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and spin top again. Digging for Mill Rocks, digging for Ensnaring Bridge, digging for another Whir. That would be great. Okay, that's fantastic. Thoughtseize in the bottom, then Lantern, then Whir. All right, I'm gonna F6 here. And I think this Whir of Invention does have to get Ensnaring Bridge. Chromatic Star, that's a really nasty card on top of their deck. Like, I can work around Chromatic Star, it's just not easy to do. I'm taking 6, falling to 7. I will spin top again. See if I can find something good. Another Mill Rock would be fantastic. I would pop a top to get a Mill Rock here. And I don't find it. All right, so I'm just going to keep my tops. Yeah, I do need to grab Ensnaring Bridge, so I am going to grab Ensnaring Bridge. Ensnaring Bridge is great. Another Ensnaring Bridge on top of my deck. I'm just going to spin one more time. See if I can find a Mill Rock. And I don't, so I am going to take Ensnaring Bridge number 2. Just go ahead and drop that. Don't need to think about it too hard. I think I need to take the Chromatic Star here, unfortunately. There's just way too many good cards. Okay, we're still getting lucky. Urza's Tower. Urza's Tower in hand. Getting real lucky here. Hitting top a lot of times. But I'm being really fast about this, so it's okay, I think. All right, we found another Mill Rock. And I think with this second Mill Rock, we're okay. I'm going to allow them to have Sylvan Scrying. These decks don't usually play a ton of tech lands in them. Although I suppose Sanctum of Ugin is something that I might need to be worried about. Sanctum of Ugin had been printed by this point, yeah? I think it had, but I have the Assassin's Trophy on top of my deck. Like, if they go get Sanctum of Ugin, I can just trophy it. I think we actually might have our opponent locked here. Oh, and they're keeping it in hand. That's really good. Yeah, Sanctum of Ugin is a trigger. So now I can't have them, let them have anything with mana value 7 or greater. Not that I really would be anyway, but, you know, I can't do that. Chromatic Sphere is just an instant game loss if they have access to that. That's just instant game loss. They cannot have that. Because Chromatic Sphere is a mana ability with card draw attached to it. So if they have Chromatic Sphere in play at any point, then they can at mana ability speed. Wow, words are hard. They can just draw through the deck, and I have 0 ability to respond to that. At this point, I kind of need a Codex Shredder. Sanctum of Ugin is down. Wormcoil Engine is down. I need to take that Ulamog. Just can't let them have that. All right. Spinning Top. And there's the Shredder. Okay, that makes things a lot easier for me. Top has saved my bacon. Top has been really, 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 really good. Jeez, that's just so much consistency. I'm just going to start sandbagging discard spells. It doesn't really matter at this point. I think I have won this game. Which is wild to say versus Ron. But I think I won. And I'm even ahead on clock here. Or getting close to ahead on clock. And I'm the one who's spun top 10 times in this match. It's a shame that top will never get unbanned in Modern because, oh boy, is it good. Okay, let's go ahead and do Lantern things now. I will use Pyxis here. But I do need to start using Codex Shredder as well. All right, yeah, you can get rid of that relic. All right, fantastic. Academy Ruins is down. Inquisition myself. I'm going to take the other Inquisition. And pass turn. And notice that I'm not spinning top anymore. I don't need to. I have all of the things that I need. I'm actually not all that worried about Expedition map here. They already have the Sanctum of Ugin in hand. So I think I'm just going to draw the Thoughtseize and not worry about it. All right, they played their map. They are searching for a land card. They found Ghost Quarter, which I'm not really worried about. I don't really care about that. I will mill them. They just have another map on top of their deck. That's fine. I don't really care. And we are at 3 cards difference between our decks here. So I will need to Ghost Quarter them a little bit. And that's just an Urza's Tower. That's not Urza's Tome, Urza's Tower. There we go. All right, that Chromatic Sphere cannot stay on top of their deck. We're fine. We're fine. This is just all about managing your F6s and your passing priorities and being super precise and quick about things. You have to be fast. They ghost quartered their own Urza's Mine just to shuffle. I'm going to take that Chromatic Sphere. I think that's 3 spheres so far. And they are now officially lower on cards than I am. Yeah, that Ugin the Spirit Dragon is a big no-no. That Ancient Stirrings is a big no-no. Urza's Power Plant is fine. And if you notice, now I am actually up on clock versus my opponent. But I am going to try and win the game now. So I'm going to exile with Pyxis 1 time. And I also need to get rid of that Chromatic Star. Okay. That's fine. Darkslick Shores can enter play. Just Forest. Gonna take that, the Ancient Stirrings. All is Dust is actually not an option because of the Sanctum of Ugin. And I'm gonna exile with Pyxis 1 time. Karn Liberated is not good, can't do that. Relic of Progenitus, I'd rather them not have. Still have another Pithing Needle somewhere, right? I don't know, actually. Oh, but they've only got 1 more turn here, really. I think I will actually allow them to draw the Relic. Played a tower. Relic is okay. That hits play. And they are just going to pop immediately, it looks like. Yeah, no. I did not see a single World Breaker here. Yeah, draw another Relic is fine. And it looks like they're just popping it again. And that's lethal, actually. They don't have a way to get out of this. Yeah, they conceded. Wow. If you had told me 8 years ago that it would be possible for me to win a game versus Tron, I would have called you mad. I would have left. I would not have believed you in the slightest. But it happened. And it was all thanks to the power of... Where's Sensei's Divining Top? I don't see a Sensei. Oh, there it is. It's just weird. It's all thanks to the power of this guy. Sensei's Divining Top. That was a lot. That was great. Sign me up for Sensei's Divining Top, man. Oh, geez. That's so good. That is so strong. And I think, Dan, Deathrite Shaman we get unbanned first. People don't know how to play with top. They just spin it and 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 hem and haw and just take so long. And WotC's really, they like banning things that take too long. Okay, how do I want to play against them? Assassin's Trophy is not fantastic, but I'm going to keep it in the deck anyway. Collective Brutality, get out of the deck. Inquisition of Kozilek, get out of the deck. Duress, get in. Mechanized Production, this is why you're in the sideboard. Get in the deck. Pithing Needle comes in. And what else do I want to bring in? Oh, Grafdigger's Cage can come out. That's not particularly good here. I could bring in Unmoored Ego, but I think I'd rather bring in Extirpate. could bring in Quiet Disrepair in case I think they're gonna have like Trinispheres and stuff like that. Do I even care about that? No, I don't think I do. I could bring in Welding Jars. I think I will. Welding Jar will help insulate against the Nature's Claims and stuff that they'll be bringing in. All right, and here we go. I won a game versus Tron a long time ago, actually, in the semifinals of a 2K by putting a mechanized production on a pithing needle. And there it is in my hand. But does this hand actually do anything? It's got 2 lands, 2 opals, a bauble, a bridge, and a mechanized production. I think I need more than this. I think I need something that has discard. There we go. This hand is much better. I'm going to keep it. Oh, but I really wish I could keep all of these cards. I think I need to bottom the spare lantern. Power plants, pass. The hero kept 6 here. Oh my goodness. All right, another lantern. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I am going to just drop Watery Grave into lantern. Next turn, I can lantern Opal Duress. Oh my god, I have a Sensei's Divining Top on top of my deck. Oh, that's so busted. That's so strong. Let's see what my opponent kept their hand on the strength of. Ah, well, they just have Tron. So that would do it as well. Okay, Sensei's Divining Top is going to be in my hand now. So I could drop Spare Lantern and make them shuffle. I can actually do all of these things. So I can play basic Swamp into Mox Opal. Into Top, into Duress. And then I can decide what I want to do from there. Take that Urza's Tower. Take the Urza's Tower. I'm begging you, take the Urza's Tower. Oh man, but I can't take the Urza's Tower, which means I need to take something else. Ugin the Spirit Dragon is really bad news bears for me. Nature's Claim is annoying, but I think I have to just cope. I think it's got to be the Ugin. I'm just going to have to cope with the Nature's Claim. And now I will drop Lantern of Insight, and I think I'm going to have to make them shuffle. This is how you fall behind, folks. I didn't have a Pyxis or a Millrock or anything. If I did, I would feel a lot better about this, but I don't. So shuffle your deck. Urza's Tower, that's great. And now their hand is all reactive stuff. And I have a Whir of Invention in my hand. I actually want the Glimmer Void here, so I'm not even going to bother spinning. And now, if it weren't for the Nature's Claim in their hand, I would be feeling pretty dang good. But they do have Nature's Claim, so I'm kind of worried. Forest has come down, and they're just holding open claim. They know what they're doing. I'm going to Whir for 1. Oh, actually, I want to tap differently for that. Blue, 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 tap for 1. I'm gonna Whir for 1 here. See if they Nature's Claim me in response. They probably shouldn't. I'm gonna grab... Actually, I think I might grab Shredder. I didn't see any World Breakers in their list. I'm gonna take a bit of a risk and grab Shredder here. Looks like they are nature's claiming me. On Lantern, huh? You don't say. I'm gonna take the nature's claim off the top of your deck. That's a chromatic star. That's not fantastic for me. Yeah, I think claim resolves. Now I'm gonna spin top. See if I can find another lantern. Thoughtseize is really interesting. I don't think that's where I want to be right now, though. So I'm going to Thoughtseize, Trophy, Bauble. And they have a Chromatic Sphere on top of their deck right now. I'm going to Bauble, and then I'm going to just immediately pop it. I think I want to have the Assassin's Trophy, just in case. All right, I've got Trophy, they've got Chromatic Star. And they are just holding that. So I think the Thoughtseize that I tucked underneath of all of this stuff is actually going to come in handy here. Oh no, they're just gonna go ahead and drop it immediately. It's possible that I should have trophied their tower on their draw step. Because now they've got 7 mana, and if they drew something good, then they can... well, it's another Nature's Claim. Okay. Well, I will just hope with that, I think. Or I could get rid of the Thoughtseize. I think I'm going to get rid of the Thoughtseize. Oh, here we go. Is this just a Sylvan Scrying? It's just a Sylvan Scrying. Okay. They found an Urza's Mine. Okay, let's go ahead and spin top again. See what we can find. Ensnaring Bridge, Polluted Delta, Thoughtseize. I like these cards. I'm going to keep them in this order. And I'm going to lose here. I think I need to Thoughtseize them and take the Sylvan Scrying. And then on their draw step, I will trophy their power plant. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Green, black. Trophy your power plant. Take you off of Tron just for a little bit. Karn the Great Creator had not been printed yet, so I don't have to worry about that. But they will eventually start making big plays here. Spinning top every turn. It's basically free to do. I think I want them in this order. So I've got a fetch land on top of my deck now. I do need that Ensnaring Bridge eventually, so it's fine. Oh, that's a Chromatic Sphere. That's disgusting. I can't even Pithing Needle it. Oh, they're just popping it immediately. Okay. Chromatic Star is down now. Popping it immediately. 3 total mana to work with here. 4 total mana to work with. Drop that Urza's Tower. Did they find the Sylvan Scrying? Are they going to Ancient Stirrings for the missing Tron piece? Looks like no. I'm going to spin top again, just because it's free to do. I have a fetch land and then a another land underneath that. Do I want the Pithing Needle? I don't think I can afford Pithing Needle here. I think I need to swing bigger than that. So I am just going to keep it as is. All right, Polluted Delta is going to come down. I am going to fetch with it. Gonna find a basic island. And then I'm going to play my Ensnaring Bridge. And that'll give me some fresh looks with top. The hero here does have 2 cards in hand. They've only got 6 lands. Their deck really starts popping off once they hit 7. 7 would represent Karn, which is what I'm most afraid of right now. Karn Liberated. So Nudist Karn, not Pants Karn. And they've got the lands now. They can just drop a Karn if they want to, and it looks like they're doing something similar to that. They sure are. Here's Karn Liberated. Wish I'd kept that Pithing Needle now. And they're going for the top. They know what they're doing. Yeah, I gotta take the Whir of Invention. This is a losing game. Just letting y'all know, this is a losing game. I have no lock in play, and now my consistency piece is gone. I am going to Whir for 1 right now to try and find a Pithing Needle for Karn. But they just have so much other stuff that they can do. That I don't think it's really going to be all that useful. It's possible that I should probably just concede sometime soon to make it so that I have more time to win the last game. Yeah, here we go. I'll concede to that. That's fine. Okay, lost game 2. I just couldn't get a lock established. Top helped out a little bit. A lot, actually. But I just couldn't find the stuff to get a lock established. My opponent had a lot of Nature's Claims in my defense. But still. That's just happens sometimes. I'm not going to do any additional sideboarding. I'm just going to run it back. Oh yeah, I had welding jars in there and I still didn't find any of those either. That sucks. I would like to be on the play. It's a good hand. It needs a Millrock, but if it finds a Millrock, then it's a pretty good hand. I think I will lead on Thoughtseize here, because if their hand relies on an Expedition map, then I can just yoink that. Sphere, Sphere, Star, Claim, Forest, Power Plant, Tower. Well, that's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. I hate this. I hate this hand. I hate everything about this hand. I'm going to take a Sphere. Yeah, they know how to play this game. Star is down, but they played the wrong piece here. They needed to play that Chromatic Sphere. I can drop Lantern Pyxis. I think I'm going to at least drop Lantern. It's an Emrakul, the Promised End, huh? That's actually not that bad. No, I take it back. It's pretty bad. They can make me sacrifice my lanterns. They can make me pop top and stuff. I think I'm going to take it. Oblivion Stone gets anti-bribe by the needle. That's fine. In fact, I'd wish they'd drop that, but they're not going to. Power Plant comes down. And they should just drop Sphere and then Claim. Yeah, they have another Claim. All right. Nature's claiming my lantern. I think I'm going to let that go. And there's the Chromatic Sphere. I have a welding jar on top of my deck. I'm going to play that. I'm going to drop this Polluted Delta. And then I will Thoughtseize them again. Nature's Claim, Oblivion Stone, second claim is gone. Forest and Sanctum of Ugin. So I will take the Nature's Claim here. And then I will drop Pithing Needle on Oblivion Stone. I just don't think I'm going to win this. Oh, they're just popping Chromatic Sphere immediately, huh? Because they top decked an Ancient Stirrings. Great. And they found the missing Tron piece. And they're dropping Oblivion Stone anyway. All right. I don't have any Surveil lands in this list because Surveil lands are not legal in this format. But I can grab a Watery Grave. That is a Glimmer Void. I'm just going to go ahead and play that. Now mechanized production starts to become a thing that I can draw towards. And by draw towards, I mean just praise on top of my deck. And I can actually slap production on Pithing Needle, and that'll help. Instead, I find another Pyxis. This is a position where a Lantern of Insight would be my best draw. But I don't have one because they Nature's Claimed it. And instead, I think they're just going to do something disgusting here, and I'm going to lose. Do I start exiling with Pyxis? I think I will, actually. It introduces a little bit of chaos, but I think that's fine. Duress is really good here, I think. I think I will Duress them, actually. Forest Urza's Tower, Forest Power Plant. Great. All right. So the second that they top deck something good, we lose. Choosing not to do anything. I think I'm going to hold the Thoughtseize. Thougtseize is just such a bad draw, though. I need a Lantern. I need a Whir of Invention. I need a Mechanized Production. Yeah, here they go. They're tapping out for something. It's Ulamog, isn't it? Like, they could have played this last turn if they wanted to, so I think they just top decked this. Oh, it's an Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Oh, that's so bad. And now they got Ulamog just in their hand. So glad that I kept that Thoughtseize. Darkslick Shores, not a good rip. That's not what I need. Very high likelihood that I lose this. Ulamog's gone. Sylvan Scrying is in hand. And I think I'm just going to start exiling stuff again. This Ulamog demands an answer. Or this Ugin demands an answer. If I don't draw one soon, then I'm dead. And by soon, I mean this turn. Alright, I took 3. They played a basic forest. Ulamog is out of hand. They're playing a Sylvan Scrying right now. And they're fetching an Urza's Mine. Alright, it is Whir of Invention, Pithing Needle, or bust right now. Mechanized Production will not cut it. Oh, that stinks. Well, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. It's just the only play that I have right now, but I really would have loved to draw that last turn. Because it's at the beginning of my upkeep, I get to make a copy, which means that this Ugin is going to pop before I can put down a Pithing Needle naming it. Yep, they're neg-10ing it. They drew 7 cards. They get to put 7 permanents onto the battlefield now. Fortunately, it's not cast, so Emrakul the Promised End and Ulamog will not trigger. But, you know, that doesn't really matter all that much when they just do this. Now Karn's just going to exile the Pithing Needle. Oh, they just went straight for the Mechanized Production. They didn't have to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to concede. There's no way on earth I can come back from this. You know, my opponent drew so badly for so long, but I drew so badly for so long too, that I felt like I had a chance a little bit. But just doesn't work when you're playing against Tron, and Tron just does Tron things. Here, I'm gonna see if I can get another game up. Okay, so my opponent has has decided that they don't want to play again, which is reasonable. But that means that I am still waiting for games now. Only got the one. There's a decent chance that I will actually have to find a way to record off stream and then just get enough material for the video. Because this is not. It's just not working. Give me a second. I am going to pause the stream for a little bit. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is I am going to wrap up the stream for now. I am going to then record some matches off camera, and then I am going to make the video. There's nothing happening. I'm trying to get people to join in, and it's just like nobody wants to play right now. So there's not really much of a point. Boy, that means I might have to lose my chat too. So I'm sorry everybody who tuned in to watch some Prefire. I will be making a video about this. I still think that top is good, but there's just not much of a point to sitting here waiting for something to happen. I will be playing another stream tomorrow. Enchantress, actually. So this is my list that I will be playing tomorrow. And we'll actually get a proper league out of this one, because it's in Modern and not Prefire. So yeah, I will catch y'all later, and we'll have a proper league tomorrow.